League of Champions. Thought they hadn't won, the wish of the world had turned free, and now it's known as the Celtic way. Wave the ball from side to side, and until they try to hide, the wave the ball from front to back. Attack, 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 67. And then he's a first man, the rising in the thousands.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Celtic Rumours TV, episode number 197 of the Bawz and Bovril podcast. With myself, Mark. Tonight we've got Big Jerry Ways. How you doing, Jerry boy?
Hail, Mark. I'm good. Yourself?
No bad, mate. Living the dream. Living the dream.
You better believe it. Don't realise how lucky I'm.
I'm going to get this in because I'm getting into it somewhere. Jerry said a bit of a chest infection. So I says to him, you better maybe get to the doctor for some antibiotics or that. He came back with, I've been taking the ones the vet gave the dog for its paw a while back. They're still in date.
I forgot to tell you. I'm up to 7, I think they're all the, or I thought they were all the same. I realise now they're not.
Anyway, I know it's been a bit of a while for podcasting. That it's just life stuff. Man, I'd lost a good friend in the Ed 2 off the forums and that worked behind the scenes ways, and sadly I know I had to get my wee dog Yoda put to sleep the other week, so it's been a tough couple of weeks, but we're back tonight. Up and onwards or whatever it is the saying is.
That's it, upwards and onwards, mate. Aye.
Upwards and onwards. Anyway, this is a podcast for our forum, www.celticrumours.co.uk. Everybody's more than welcome to come out there and join in the craziness stuff that sometimes goes on out there as well as everywhere else. I seem to end up on the internet at times. Some shout outs for the lads on there, obviously Paul Kerr, Jerry McGinn, old Tim Alloy, JFP, Mikey, TB off the Discord as well, We John United Ireland, Big Jabba, Kev, Welshie, Malika. Just done that as well for forum. We've been for the last this is our 8th year we've been collecting money for the Hamilton Food Bank through the chapel I go to in St Peters and Hamilton. We're up to a £492 or something this year so far after a month. That's brilliant. We keep smashing it year after year. Everybody that does give in, thanks very much. The link, I think I've clicked it on I've pinned it to the top of the chat. If it's worked, I don't know. But the link to everything's in our Discord and everything is the description box below. Mind and hit the like button, and if you know how, leave a comment. Who have we got in anyway? I know Bobby would have been in first tonight. Right there, Bob. Evening, Bobby. Grot bags. Welsh, James in as well, know that Welshie, another Welshie for the Discord. Joe, Brian, nice to see you, Brian. How you doing, mate? Liam, nice to see you too. That's us then. I think quiet we start the night anyway. So we've not been on for a while, but I mean, we've had 5 games.
I've got to get back to pre-season, I think. We've not been on for, I don't know, about 5-6 weeks.
It was. I think it was. Was it no after the RB Leipzig game?
I think so. I think
it was. I mean, for then we've had.
We've had some cracking results.
Away to Kilmarnock 2-0, 4-1 away to Hearts. The draw with Bruges, which I mean, we'll talk about it, but I know we were under pressure for a lot of that game. But see, when you think that we lost that because I know, that kind of gets on my wick, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It was a avoidable mistake. Really?
It was an avoidable mistake, but the goal was coming, mate.
Aye.
It was
lost County there at the weekend as well. Again, back Jerry, what happened in the second half?
You know, it's been since last season. It's we can't play brilliant in two halves. It's one or the other. But the Second half was a bit for the Bruges game. The second half was a bit different. First half, I thought they had a lot of the possession. Were kind of backs against the wall. They silenced the crowd and they were knocking the ball a bit well, and they were pressing very, very good. And they worked really, really hard. And they were organised, and they were a right good team. I'd spoke to JFP about it before, and we had been on. I think the game before that they had played in Europe, I think maybe we were beat 1-0, but they were really unlucky, but they knocked the ball about well, and they done the same against us. They were quick, they pressed really fast. They could have and should have maybe scored rather than the own goal. They had a couple of right good chances. But then again, the second half, we probably should have had a couple of goals as well. I mean, I think Hatate was wearing my work boots. I would have taken him off well before. I mean, he was slipping and sliding all over the place, and his touch was out and all the rest. I'm not just singling him out, but he had a few good opportunities to do a bit better than he did. But we got the point, and considering what we've been doing over the last few years in Europe, it come away disappointed with a point against Bruges, who at the start, I know a lot of people thought we'd beat them, but they've been spending a lot of money for the last 5 or 6 years.
Mikey,
and doing really well.
when Mikey and Jonas were there for that Atlanta game, they went, I don't know if it's up, down, left, right, or whatever, but they went to watch, was it AC Milan against Bruges?
It was them against Milan, because my pal went and watched them as well. That's how we were talking about
Aye,
it.
and Mikey said to me, he said, they're a better, Bruges, he says, they'll be a harder team, they'll be a better team, harder team to beat than RB Leipzig were.
Aye,
and you could take, I thought they were a really good team at Bruges the other night, and considering the levels are it, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's where we want to be.
Exactly.
I mean, this is their third year in a row getting into, like, it looks as if they'll get into the latter stage, like the latter stages and that. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Was it last season, the season before they get into the last 16 or the last 8? So they're no mugs, and as I say, it's a case of continue to build. Things don't just happen overnight, so it's they're a work in progress like we are as well. Albeit they've had a hell of a lot more money to spend than us, but
no, but they don't. That's what I was going to say.
They've spent a fortune. If you look at it, they've spent honestly, pull it up and you'll see. You'll be shocked. I was shocked that Bruges were spending. Even that clown that's at the Monkeys, he spent a fair whack when he was with them.
Right, but their annual turnover, at the time of his most recent statements, Club Bruges recorded a total turnover of just over €70 million.
Aye.
Right, so they maybe be spending a lot, but they're not making. I mean,
aye. They've had a few
Belgium,
good transfers in and out. They've got some good dough in. They've made their money like we have with transfers. They're not. But that's what see what they're doing. That's what we want to be doing. Yep, 100%.
At that level, and because that's what I'm trying to get at. But it's like it's doing again to the scouting, making sure that your scouting and your recruitment is spot on. And I hope that Tisdale's the man that's going to get this on check for us. Evening, Plunge. Nice to see you again, mate. Cameron, thanks for coming in. Greg, dear Greg, I know. Nice to see you, Greg.
Oh, his missus must have given the phone for 2 minutes.
Is he under the thumb now?
Aye, he's under the thumb, mate. Nobody hears for him.
Not allowed it to play anymore.
Nah. He's always away hiding, mate. They're doing dishes, shopping, and all that stuff. So, forget about him, mate.
That's a certainty, Brian. Last season, Bruges would have beat us. I'd agree with that. I don't think there's much doubt in that. But it just shows you the difference that can be made. Because it's the biggest thing this season for us, I think. I mean, we're going to talk about it if there's any chance in an invincible season, or will we do the treble, blah blah blah. But for me, this in Europe has been the kind of. This is maybe one of the most important seasons Celtic's had in Europe in a long time, because not just because we've got more money to make, we're doing well in it, but it's helped Rodgers to see that the board's backing him to get players in to compete at this level. And the level for me has actually been brought down nearer towards Celtic overall. I mean, it's like, Jerry, we're getting through 3 teams. 2 of them were, one of them was at least mega millions in front of you. One of them was just a million miles in front of you. And one of them was just either running about your level or maybe a bit below you. That was that was Celtic Europe for years with that Champions League format. And now there's plenty of games. I mean, you can see it even like PSG, the bigger teams are struggling because they're not playing all the wee diddy teams all the time that they're coming up against. That PSG is playing against you like Man City's. Do you know what I mean? And losing points and stuff like that. So it's a great system for Celtic, and it's a great chance for us to build on it and move forward, bringing in the money, getting the money in the door that the Champions League generates. It just takes the club on and on and on. It allows us to buy better players, higher wages, better profile and stuff like that.
Yep.
And as I said, it keeps Rodgers on board. Do you know what I mean? If you're matching his ambition to try and be a Champions League club.
Winning that league last season was absolutely massive for us. And then obviously getting in there with this new format, the money, and it is a bit fairer, as you've said, with the teams that we're playing against and all the rest of it, rather than get into a group as cannon fodder and maybe just playing teams once as well. I mean, you look at some of the teams that are, I mean, likes of PSG, the money they've spent and all the rest of it, and they're not even going to. They can't even. Don't you think they can into qualifying back? Can they?
I think they can get into the middle section, but I think there's no chance of getting into that top 8 or anything like that.
Yep. So it just shows you, as I say, we've got 3 games left. 3 games left. Fully expect us to beat that young boys. Villa. I mean, it's not at the end of January, so a lot can happen between now and then. But their form's been
they're falling apart.
Really poor.
Yeah, on their forum, because we edit their forum and putting the posting that up, you can see that they're talking about sacking that Emery.
I know.
I mean, that would be craziness beyond belief if Aston Villa took that kind of decision.
100%. But I'd be confident if we had to play them before Christmas, we'd beat them. But as I say, there's a long way to go, so we'll wait and see what happens. But I say you're looking for the full points for the young boys.
They're buying him that was at the Huns for 120 million, mind.
I seen that. Is it Tillman? They're buying him. Was it 120 million?
120 million, aye.
Aye, they're going to get him, and he's going to get Kimona against Celtic.
Aye. No, even if they did sign him, he wouldn't even be eligible to play.
Aye, that's it. So.
Greg's saying we'll get 4 points for the last 3 Champions League games.
That's what I'd be looking for, definitely.
I'd be looking for more than that.
I think we'll get 6, but 4 will be enough. 4 will be enough to see us through.
Plunge Villa fans want Brendan.
Okay,
everybody wants Brendan. Everybody's wanting a Gucci gaffer.
That's it. What about Engels? How do you think he's been doing? I liked the way Rodgers came out and said, "Look, need to trust his judgment." A few of them had mumped and moaned about Kuhn, a couple of the rest of them, and they've turned out all right. Engels will be the same. I
mean, it's not as if he's had any kind of disastrous performances.
No.
I mean, we're getting Engels. We're no, but in fact, some of the fans are getting Engels dogs abuse as usual, questioning the fee and all this kind of part and stuff like that. But
he's a break, yeah.
Aye, but he's only a young guy. The guy, he's came to Celtic. Do you know what I mean? He's changing the game. He's changing the position that he plays. He's learning a new white system, the way Rodgers wants him to play.
Yep.
He's still settling into the country. The boy's a Belgian international.
Aye. Okay, it's ridiculous.
Cut him a bit of slack.
Players get judged far too quick.
He's not put in a performance as bad as Hatate has.
No, Hatate's. I mean, I've said it on here a few times. In Europe, I'd be starting Bernardo before Hatate. I feel Hatate's a wee bit careless in possession, and I don't think he works just as hard as Bernardo. But see for the summer, right? You've got Bernardo. That's him again. A full season
like Engels learning to play like they two midfield positions where Calmack's like lying in the kind of number 6 role,
Yep.
right? So you've got Bernardo doing that for a year, right? See, come the summer, Hatate needs to be sold in the summer, right? Because see what he's over, right? He's 27. Injuries he's had, he's far too inconsistent. When he's good, he's really, really good. But when he's bad, he's really, really bad. There's never a case of, you would never say that Hatate's like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. He's either an 8 or a 9, or he's a 2 or a 3.
Mm-hmm.
So get Hatate sold and just get Lennon Miller in to take that position in the squad. And it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer for me. That move doesn't weaken the Celtic midfield, and it's in the longer term it strengthens it.
Yep. I know you've no qualms with me. What about Taylor? I mean, he's definitely for the off now.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
I mean, I couldn't fathom out why he was starting Taylor. I thought Baye was coming on to when he started the few games he'd started. I thought he was looking like a right cracking player, and then he drops him and puts Taylor in. Taylor's getting a run of games, and then that was at Bruges. I think after 20 minutes, we were wanting Hatate and Taylor hooked. It took him a wee bit too long, but you noticed the difference the minute that Baye came on. And he'd been one of the first names on my team sheet, is that Baye. So I don't understand.
I've always said that about Greg Taylor. The Champions League's a step too far from.
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like Tony Ralston.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Did you consider that? I mean, I love Ralston, I love wee Greg Taylor and that as well, but I mean, you need to be honest about it, but they've got their limitations. They'd walk into any other team in Scotland without a doubt, and a hell of a lot of teams, even like doing in the English Championship, maybe lower Premier League, would like to have guys like that, but the Champions League's just a step too far for certain players, and that's the only thing with Taylor for me.
Aye.
I mean, for what we paid, what did we pay for Taylor? About £2.5-3 million or something like that.
Aye.
Yeah, see if he walks away and gets a move out abroad on a decent, right good way. I've got no qualms with Greg Taylor walking away from Celtic for nothing.
Yep. Our money's worth out of that.
Aye, 100%.
But
you can't blame the guy because he has gave everything he's got for the minute he came in the door, and at the level Celtic is at the new and heading towards, he's just not good enough to hold down a first team slot in a spot in that team. And it's a shame, but that's just the reality of it. There'll come a time. I mean, there'll come a time. I mean, I'll say it now. For me, next summer, I said I'd be looking to sell Hatate. I'd be looking to move on Carter Vickers and Kyogo as well. I know that's a bit maybe controversial in that. But
no, I totally understand. As I say, Vickers is your heart. Him and Kyogo are the same. Your heart's in your mouth the minute they get down, because you're waiting for him to be out injured. I say, Vickers, wonderful player when fit, but he's not much use when he's not able to play. Kyogo's exactly the same, but
even just doing the team, like improving the team, Jerry. They're not right. Obviously, you'd say Trusty's got to be my number one choice in the left slot. Right, we're already looking for a left back. We've got AJ in there. So what else can we do next summer to improve our defence?
Yep.
The only thing we can do is replace Carter Vickers with better.
Yep, of course, 100%. Definitely.
What was it Roger said the other day? I can't even mind. Something about the future went to mind. I put a wee quote up in the chat the other day.
Aye.
It's like just something about looking to the future. It's like sometimes, I mean, players can demand a move. Do you know what I mean? And nobody bats an eyelid. But if Celtic have dealt Carter Vickers or like Greg Taylor, whatever, this is going forward, you're not going to be what you're the new. You're losing your kind of first team status or whatever you want to call it, your starter status in that. That's just whatever, just part and parcel of the game.
Yep, 100%. Who was it? Somebody had asked, I know bad way. It was Gregor. Do you think Big Casper, it's been the best sign of Rogers' summer. For me, it is 100%.
We McCowan's got to be. Hasn't he?
No, I was over the moon that we signed him. Over the moon that we signed him.
Who, Schmeichel?
No, McCowan. But Schmeichel
McCowan.
for me is Schmeichel's been his best transfer this summer, definitely. 100%.
Well, it depends what you're looking at. I mean, Kasper Schmeichel, he came in, he was a big name. So,
it's everything. When the ball goes back to him, I'm no shitting myself. Same I was with Big Hart. You can see that he's a leader and all the rest of it. And the way he pulled the players in after losing that goal as well, I thought showed that that's the type of person that you're wanting in your team. But I think some of his saves as well. I know it's his job. Some of his saves and that has been fantastic. But as I say, McCown, he was man of the match on Saturday. So let's hope he gets a few more chances than he has been.
If you're playing well, you should be in the team. I'd be
100%.
starting McCowan tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Aye. I mean, we'll name our team. We'll get, I guess, our teams later on. But that's my kind of... And McCowan came in and, I mean, we always kind of been on about him. It was Mikey at first brought me to my attention, and then we all started talking about him amongst us. But he came in there and it was like people were like kind of questioning it. Oh, what's going on here and all that. But the boys came in there and he's talked the other day about you can't come in here with a petted lip and stuff like that. Yep. I'm in there asking 2 million questions a day, and you guys loving that, and you can see that, and you can see it in his play.
Yes.
And his overall attitude and everything. It just, I think he's, I mean, what is he, 26?
No, he's a bit older than that. I think he's 28.
I didn't think he was as old as that. I'm sure, I thought he was only 26, but I mean,
No,
you're talking a guy, you see for maybe 6-7 years.
Yep.
He's getting the intentions of leaving Celtic. He'll be like Tony Ralston now, do you know what I mean? See, even in 3 years' time when Celtic's maybe signing players for 25 million. McCown will still be happy to sit there and get any amount of game time that you want, and he'll still go out there and get every single thing that he's got.
100%.
Teams need that. Like,
of course, definitely.
Like soldiers, like Doug's in the field, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. You're Greg saying, 26.
He's 26. Oh, brilliant. I know he's definitely somebody you would have, as I say, like Ralston as well. But he'll only get better. That's the thing. He's only going to get better, playing a better team with better players around him and a better manager, coaching him. What about Trusty? Is he starting to win you over or what?
Aye, definitely.
Aye.
I mean, the first game he played, it was a bit of a nightmare, and he kind of warranted what you'd read about him on the internet. Who was it? Sheffield United. He was into. The fans were getting, he's a bit of a bomb scale. Celtic wanting him for that, but we'll take their £6 million and stuff like that. But for that first game, he's hardly put a foot wrong.
Mm-hmm. And do you think he's a step up on scales?
See, I know they play the same position, but they're different types of players, aren't they?
Aye. There's no point buying somebody exactly the same. Do you think he makes the defence strong? Do you think Vickers looks better with him playing there or Scales?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one, that, Jerry. What do you think?
I don't know. I wasn't. Scales, I thought last season. I thought he had a wonderful season by his standards, but again, I didn't know. I wasn't sure if he was going to get better.
I know what you're meaning.
The
only way Scales could.
I thought it was a bit harsh on Scales to get dropped because he had been our best defender last season, and again this season he'd started stronger.
Carter Vickers and
the boys
even
at
Trusty,
the back.
aye.
And I thought it was a bit shit. But as I say, Trusty's started to come onto a game, and they're not going to be paying the $6 million for him to sit in the bench. I don't know. His pace is the one thing that's definitely needed. Definitely needed.
See, that's what I was
In
going
that
to
back
say.
line, as his Scales is quite slow and he gets turned a bit too easy in the European games by the stronger and quicker centre forwards.
The only way Scales can improve his game is by like learning to read the game better and his positioning better to cut out that lack of pace he's got. Do you know what I mean? Like knowing, instead of having to chase the ball, knowing where the ball's going to go and be there kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, SPL level, even now that we're a big Champions League team, we can talk about these wee diddy Champions League teams like Leipzig and that. No, but seriously, but because of this new format in the Champions League, even players that we're talking about maybe like Scales that his Champions League is a bit iffy, but surely Scales is capable of playing against this young boys mob when they're coming to Celtic Park.
I would play my strongest 11 regardless, but I wouldn't.
Aye, but you could
an
trust.
Irish international-
Aye, exactly. He's an Irish international because he's even learning like that kind of levels. But I'm not saying just playing for the sake of playing it, but for
No,
you know that he's capable of playing it at a certain level in the Champions League now. Whereas
Yep.
in the old version of the Champions League, right away, guys like Scales and Taylor, you're like, just forget it because there
Yep.
was too much. We were always playing against, punching up and playing against better teams constantly.
aye, definitely.
And get these guys, I mean, we've spoken about the improvement in the skills and that. So who is to know if he can make that next jump as well?
That's
Under
exactly it. But
under
as I said,
Rodgers.
of course, 100%, mate. But I'm always going to trust his judgment. I say he's got a far superior eye to a player than me. That's for sure. And he's not always going to get them all spot on, but he doesn't get it often wrong. So no, everything's rosy in the garden for me. I'm glad he's back, and I'm glad he's picking the team. And if he's thinking that he's wanting to start with Trusty, then fair dues. Who can I argue with that?
But I mean, it's even looking as if it's a case of is there looking a bit of a bargain already into Trusty.
Well, I mean, if we get into this, I've seen it was 11. Get to this qualifier, it's 11 million. If you win the guaranteed automatic 11 million, you win that game for that next round. It's frightening. That's just the money that you're given. So, I mean, we can dream a wee bit for some of the results we've had in Europe over the years. But you imagine we get a decent draw and get into that next round. I know we're leading into this round, but we'll look past that now.
But getting past the last 16 are you talking about?
See if we get into that see if we get out of this and get a favourable draw. I mean, we'll take one stage at a time. We'll take one wee stage at a time, but who knows? Who knows? I'm enjoying this European adventure now. After that Dortmund game, I thought, oh no, here we go.
Aye.
But
I know what you're saying, but it'd be the kind of just even the luck of it. It's going to be coming down to that. And I know there's going to be seeding involved, but the seeding's only going to come down to what you've done previously, not what you've done 10 years ago, 6 years ago and stuff like that. And there's going to be teams even in that last 16 that Celtic's capable of beating. I've got no doubt about it.
Exactly. I agree. We just need to wait and see how we go on. But we need to get there first. There's a long way. As
I said all along, Jerry, see, as long as we get into that playoff round, I'd be absolutely delighted about it.
100%. It's
but
progress.
because of what we've done so far, we're dreaming a wee bit and thinking about. I mean, there's no hope in hell that Celtic's going to win the Champions League. Right? That's never going to happen. But with a wee bit of luck, who's to say that you couldn't even pop up my semi-final in a couple of years' time the way things are going?
Marco.
But as I said, it is not just kind of the luck of the draw once you get back into the round of 16.
Yep. Aye, well, we'll dream about just getting maybe into these qualifiers now. We've got the horses to do. But I know what you're saying. It does
longer term. Look at the improvement we've seen in Champions League performances for last season, even this season.
Aye. No, I know there's massive.
As I say, keep letting Rodgers do what he's doing, and as I say, I've no team will ever win the Champions League in my lifetime anyway. But who's to say with a bit of luck in batting Rodgers we can't pop up my quarter final, maybe fluke a semi final. I'm not saying we'll not get there and end up getting pumped. I mean, if Celtic go to a Champions League semi final, get beat 7-1, I'd take that. Would you know?
If you're happy, I'm happy, mate.
How?
No, I don't mean. Listen, I totally get it where you're coming from, but as I say, we'll just take it. I'll take it one step at a time.
That's infection, man. It's affecting your happiness, Jerry, man. You need to smile, man.
I'm over the moon. I'm laughing here, thinking, aye, us in the semi-final. But we'll wait to see. As I say, we've got a big final coming up in a couple of weeks' time that we're apparently going to be losing a super team. So we'll wait to see how this one goes.
Maybe a chances win the Champions League than there is Rangers beating us in that League Cup final.
Not according to Bobby and Hugh Keevins.
They win the world, do they got to do anything in that?
Aye, no, I know. They're JFP saying that other teams are not enjoying coming to Celtic Park again, and that was my main hope. The Bishops hit the nail on the head. We were saying that before, it was too much of a party atmosphere and a carnival for these players, and they were all to turn up and get clapped off the pitch.
Aye.
But it comes down to the fans have got their job to do, but the players have got to do the job in the field as well.
Greg, the Leipzig performance could be the best Euro performance in my lifetime.
The Leipzig one?
I don't know about that.
No, I don't know either. Somebody else had said that somewhere. It was the best. Was it? I can't remember if it.
Again,
Bishop said it was one of the best. No, it couldn't have been.
Because I was going to say again, a lot of stuff like that comes down to maybe age. Do you know what I mean? It's like Mikey talks about games and stuff like that, and like, it's like one of the things he's going to put is Didier Agat's one of the best players he's seen in a Celtic tap, and that's I'm like, oh, you so young, man. Do you know what I mean? That's appalling to it.
No, I thought Agat was brilliant as well.
Oh,
for £50,000. You mean this? I remember we had this conversation before. You didn't like him at all. I thought he was great for us.
To build the Lisbon limestone so he knew when to stop running. That's what they said to him. Right? See when you look up and you see that big thing in front of you behind there's a seat, stop running and go inside or outside or whatever.
No, it's I know I liked Agat for £50,000. Couldn't argue with that, mate. And you look at the amount of goals that he created, see, especially in Europe. He did honestly created a lot of goals for us and done well. He worked his socks off. Who would you have had, Agat or Maeda? Maeda. Aye, I'd probably go with Maeda as well. I think Maeda would have been quicker.
I'd like to have seen that race right enough.
Off.
Maeda and Agat, and I'd even throw Kuhn into that.
Do you think we'll keep him beyond the summer?
Who?
Kuhn.
Aye, definitely. So? Oh, aye.
Definitely.
100%.
I don't know. I think the Vultures are circling big time for him. See,
even his agent came out the other day, the other week now, it was kind of thing. That Nerlinger, him that used to play with the Rangers.
His agent is that Christian Nerlinger. Aye.
And because all this hype in the paper about maybe in January and that, and he came out and basically said, don't listen to any of this, but we've been a path with my player.
Aye.
He's here to make a name for himself. He's not going to jump ship at the first big chance he gets in that. He's hot and it's kind of, see the way when you read about it, it's like it feels as if he's fun like a wee bit where he's welcome and feels part of everything. Do you know what I mean? That kind of fun a bit at home at Celtic, you know.
Aye. See if the other night there in the European game, when I thought he was going to skip right through that whole defence and slot that.
Aye.
I was nearly taking off my clothes, but if he'd done that, I think I really don't know. He's what a player he's been. His vision since pre-season, he's been sensational. his vision and all the rest of it. And Yotta couldn't tie his laces. I don't care what MD says.
Oh, no.
Yotta couldn't tie his laces. There's I'm going back a bit. Kevin Gallagher. I've got a cousin exact same name.
I know a few guys called Kevin Gallagher. I think I actually asked that wee guy if he stayed in Bovril the last time he was on. Thanks for coming in anyway, Kevin. Nice to see you again, bud.
That's my favourite ever game as well, mate.
The UV game, the 4-3, aye.
But you had said that we were under the cosh that game. Was it you that was saying that, Mark, the last time when I had said it? We were under the cosh quite a bit of that game.
I can't mind, Jerry. Been
my favourite ever game. I preferred that, much preferred that to the beating Barca 2-1, and I was at both of them, thankfully. But that was my favourite game. Aye, UV big Sutton screamer, that was it. I don't know about Kuhn, mate. I hope to God we keep him, but if I was looking for a winger, another team man, he'd be the top of it.
Well, even if that's the case, then it's another Scottish record fee.
Oh, 100%, definitely. I'm not disputing that.
I mean, I just don't think he'll. I mean, obviously he'll go in the next couple of years. But I don't think he's going to jump like as soon as next summer. I really don't.
I hope no. As I say, we've always said we like to try and build a team for Europe. We don't really get to do it. So here's hoping.
Supposing.
What's that, mate?
Right, suppose we're talking like we'll get rid of players like Palma and stuff like that. And I know we're skipping forward a wee bit, even missing out the January window. But see, like between January and next summer, it's the way the squad sits now. What do you think Celtic needs?
We'll need a left back this summer. 2. Need 2 left backs this summer. We're going to need a striker. Need a striker. What?
No, I'm talking about supposing nobody leaves the now. That's what I'm saying.
If nobody leaves,
aye. Apart from the obvious, like we're hoping with Palmer, maybe apart from the obvious kind of guys that we think will be moved on. Do you know what I mean? But actual positional wise, and that, what do you think Celtic needs if nobody leaves us between January and next summer to get into Champions League qualifiers next year?
If I get Taylor and Baye available for left back?
Well,
if we get to keep that Baye at left back, I'm happy then. Because obviously we're going to have KT a free transfer in January anyway, we know. So we don't need to worry about a left back. Obviously,
see, that's there what JFP says. Left back and a left winger. Because anything else, that what I was saying earlier on about the players that I would be looking to move on, Jerry, everywhere else, it's a case of it would need to be an improvement on what we've already got there. We don't need any squad players.
He was trying to get a left winger in.
Aye.
For that boy, for the Italian team, Roma, Napoli, whoever it was. He was trying to get the left mid in. And that's how Palmer's obviously still here. I think Palmer's time's up. I don't think he's going to cut the mustard here.
Aye. He's not even getting a squad number or anything these days. He's sitting in the house watching South American football when we are playing.
That's it. I mean, I think he scored. Did he score in the international?
Did he not score a hat-trick?
Oh, did he? Did he score a hat-trick? I thought he'd scored anyway. I just don't think
he's not got any future at Celtic. Fair dues for him, just get him moved on.
I don't think he's suited to the way Rodgers is wanting to play. I don't think he's quick enough either. So, a left back and a left mid. Definitely, 100%.
But that is hit, and there's no way Rodgers is going to just kind of accept that. He'll be looking to get players to progress the team and get players moved on and stuff like that. Yep. There's no way Engels or Bernardo or McGregor's leaving next summer or in January or anything like that. Mm-hmm. McCowan's not going anywhere. So if inject fresh blood into that midfield, it's got to be Hatate that gets moved on.
What about the... Oh, that's going to do my box in. The striker, the Irish boy. What's his face? What's his name?
Oh, that the young guy that I keep going on about.
What's his...
Oh no, are you
Aye,
talking about this, him Celtic?
Kenny,
That
I think.
Kenny,
Aye,
that Joe Kenny, is it he's
Joe
called?
Kenny, aye. He's scoring goals for the Irish team he's playing, wasn't he? In Europe.
Aye, and but I mean, why not get him brought back in
Aye.
January and give him some game time at some point to see what he can do?
Yep. And then Bobby's saying Cummins, aye, he's been doing well. I see that, and I heard, or read, but rather, that there was teams looking to try and get that young boy Cummins on a deal. One of these same deals that we've lost to some of the kids on before. But as I say, Rodgers has already stated what they need to do if they want to succeed at Celtic and get a game. It's not just about pathways and all the rest of it. They've got to have the attitude and determination and application as well.
And a lot of it for me, Jerry, is the attitude. It's like the young players, they want to all they know. They're not prepared to put the graft and the work in for it.
Oh, 100%.
Even, I mean, was it Simon Donnelly? Was it Simon Donnelly that done the interview? No, Aidan McGeady talking about it. If you're good enough and working hard enough, you'll get your chance at any club. That's what Simon Donnelly came out and said. He said, all this pathway stuff in that. No, McGeady it was. All this pathway stuff in that. He says, no, if you're working hard and putting in everything, and if you're good enough, you'll get your chance.
Yep. 100%.
You've got to, I mean, it's like, even going back to like wee Rocco Vata and that. Right, we heard Rodgers himself said he'd help him, you'll get your chances as a third striker. And see, even going with the forum, Palmer, he'd maybe even have got Mary a chance shooting the left wing, covering Maeda, which was Mary's natural position, wouldn't it, wee Rocco Vata's?
Yep.
So, right, I mean, even his dad told him not to make that move.
I thought his dad was telling him to make
his dad was telling him to make a move, but no that move. See, like a
Right.
move where he was going to get what he was looking like, merely, which was meant to be just like game time. But he's went down to there, and it's like he questioned why you know as well just working under a top level manager like Rodgers for the next 2 years. Because see, when you're 29, the lessons you'll learn for that kind of manager when you're 17 and 18 will stick with you the rest of your career. Look at the effect. Look at the effect that like Martin O'Neill had on players, just like their full outlook on the game and their career. Alex Ferguson, do you know what I mean? The way they installed all these values and things and that into their players that go on, and maybe a lot of them fell by the wayside, maybe didn't have the top careers, but they always had a good career, especially down in England. You know what I mean? Even guys that were average, like Nicky Button, players like that. Yep. And as if just there's something, I don't know, but I think it's just young folk. Young folk are all weirdos these days, man. They are.
Aye. It's they're all used to success. You're the ones that are born for the millennium onwards. They don't know they don't realise the hard times. Well, especially supporting Celtic anyway. But okay, you see that in with kids.
But you can imagine. I mean, imagine what Tommy Burns would sit and say to these young guys. Do you know what I mean? And like, I mean, we've spoken about it before. There are videos of a wee ginger Tommy Burns sweeping up the stands at Celtic Park when he was a YTS or whatever it was back then. Young players, you imagine, I've said that before. Imagine turning around and asking this wee 17-year-old hotshot that said everything handed to him on a plate because he's a decent wee football player and all the big clubs were after him. Imagine him sending him to go and clean a player's boots or something like that. Go and wash his motor.
I know. 100%. Definitely.
And that's not just a Celtic problem. Do you know what I mean? That's definite. It's really no. I mean, it's been happening for years now across the board in Scotland. Yep. And then on the other side of the coin, you've got a wee guy, Andy Robertson. I keep going back to.
Aye.
Celtic let him go. He went away and grafted with was it Queen's Park?
Yep.
Away to Dundee United, away to Hull. And then the next thing he's with Liverpool winning the Champions League and the Premier League. And I don't grudge that wee guy that.
He's done all right for himself. He's he's knuckled down and went for it though. That's the thing. Like,
Do
as
you
you say,
think Rocco Vattel ever play in the Champions League final?
no, none of them. I don't think it comes down to attitude, as you've said. And I think there's Greg saying that Kelly's doing nothing at Millwall. Again, he's going to need a wee bit of time to adapt. He's a young boy, new environment, new club, and all the rest of it. They'll need time to adapt. But if everyone has all heard wee stories about this one and that one for the youths and attitude and that one shite. And see if their attitude's shite the now, then it's not going to get better as they get older.
Aye.
So if they've got a poor attitude now,
That kind of sense entitlement into it.
Look at Tony Watt.
Evening, G-Doc. Nice to see you, bud. Thanks for coming in.
Look at Tony Watt. All the talent in the world, but just shite attitude. Wasn't a dedicated trainer and all the rest of it. And as I say, I knew somebody that played alongside him as a kid. And they were, wasn't Albion Road, whoever it was they were at. And
Airdrie, I think it was, we signed him for, was it no Tony Watt?
Because was it the guy Jimmy Bone, was his manager? Whoever it was anyway. They remember they were telling me about him, saying he was getting hot to Celtic and Rangers. They thought he was going to be this and that, but he was one of the worst trainers they've ever come across. This boy was in his towards the end of his career, and Tony Watt's just starting, and he was growing about him. And then obviously Watt scores that goal, and you think, what would you know? But he always said, he's the worst trainer in the world. He's always injured. He doesn't bother. He could be asked. And then look at the career that he had, what he could have had if he had knuckled down. But hey, there's hundreds of thousands of them like that.
He pops up doing film reviews.
He's that patient.
But he did. He started. That's what he popped up on. I don't think it was. Don't know if it was Twitch or whatever. But that was a few years back. That Tony Watt popped up on something. I was messing about with FIFA stuff and all that. Tony Watt streaming stuff, and he's sitting there doing film reviews and playing Fortnite and that, auctioning off Saint stuff and shit like that. And I'm like, mate, you're only. I mean, he was like 27 or 28 at the time. Even you're like, what happened to you, mate?
Nah, exactly.
You had the world at your feet.
Aye, it's a shame, but as I said, no, I don't think Vattel will get anywhere near a European final. It'd be nice if he did, but I don't think he will. As I say, there's no many of them leave us and go into bigger and better things.
No many places in the internet today you'll be sitting listening to guys talking if Rocco Vattel ever playing a Champions League final.
Some shite we talked.
Absolute complete drivel, man.
And maybe getting to a semi-final. Us maybe getting to a semi-final of the Champions League.
Maybe.
Puts me a chance of happening. Rocco Vattel in a European final or us in a semi-final.
Us in a semi-final.
Aye. I'm happy with that, mate. I'm happy with that.
Within the next 10 years, Celtic will win a Champions League semi-final.
Oh, right, okay. That says we'll have won 60 titles by then as well.
Aye. Going for 65.
Going for 65. Aye. Need to get the 6 stars on my neck.
I've not got a clue who that Cy Ferry is.
See, I was going to bring his name up and say the exact same thing.
I've never, honestly, I know he pops up doing all the daft kind of bantery, laddishy chats and that we put, but I didn't know he was a player. He wasn't even Celtic, was he?
Aye, he was at Celtic. He was there with Gravison and Burns and Gravison, and it was Strachan at the time as the manager, I think, wasn't it?
Did they ever get near the first team?
Mate, I'll be genuine. I didn't know he was a player either. The only reason I knew who he was because my pal pointed him out with his boy, played at the same age group as a team we had. And he was telling me who it was, and he's quite tight with Mulgrew. But I can't remember him, but I've seen all his wee podcasts. He's a funny guy, right enough. Funny guy. But he's got some cracking stories, but I never remembered them. No.
Maybe it's what is it? What is it they call that? The Mandela effect.
The what?
The Mandela effect.
What's that?
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Do you know what the Mandela effect is?
No,
It's like
never heard.
you think something and you remember it, but you're actually wrong about it.
Oh Christ, I do that all the time, but I was blaming all the blows for the heat that I've had.
You're blaming all the dug antibiotics for it.
All the bricks and bottles that bounced off my
No,
head
it's
as a
like
youngster.
daft times, like, what's that
No.
woman saying that's Sex in the City?
I couldn't tell you, mate. You
No,
sound like you know more than me.
the programming, it's like everybody remembers the name wrong. Do you know what I mean? We all called it something and it was wrong. And they called it the Mandela effect. Because it was a story. People thought, see if Nelson Mandela get released from prison.
Aye.
Millions upon millions of people across the world thought he was already dead. It had been reported he was dead.
Me, mate, I'm lost. Where are we going? I'll take your word for it. I'm not disputing it.
But Nelson Mandela get released from the jail, right?
Aye.
But a lot of people sitting watching that on the news were like, he died years ago. Do you know what, like,
aye, I know what you
false
mean.
memories stuff and all. Aye, that's what that is.
Aye.
Fuck's sake, man.
Aye. Fuck, this has been educational tonight, man. This was a culture shock, you know what I mean?
It's good
No,
to be
no,
back.
but
It's good to be back, but man, I've enjoyed that. Just a wee bled and a laugh, man.
Aye. Been saving all this up for the last 6 weeks. What's your team for tomorrow night?
Oh, Schmeichel, obviously. AJ. I think it's going to be Carter Vickers and Trusty in it.
Aye.
Baye for left back.
Yep.
McGregor. I'd go for, obviously, I'm not saying this about Rodgers, will go for McGregor. I'd go McCowan and Bernardo.
Yep.
Kuhn. Maeda and I'd go Ida. I'd go Ida up front again.
Aye.
Just because it's Aberdeen, it's going to be maybe a bit of a tussle and stuff like that.
Yep. That's the exact same team I would go with as well, mate. I'd do my Ida up front as well. Kuhn, Bernardo, McCowan, Baye at left back. That's the team I would go with. And I don't think he'll deviate for that team. Not for this, not for tomorrow. I think after we're maybe about 3 up for half time, he'll change it. I think we'll spank them tomorrow.
You think so? Aye.
Aye, I will absolutely spank them tomorrow.
I hope you're right.
We
the
busted
bubbles kind of. Aye. I mean, I want us to win, obviously, and right, but I wouldn't want us to pump them and give them like a confidence shattering beating. Do you know what I mean? It's going to set them back.
I know.
You still want them to keep in front of the Huns, you know what I mean?
Yep, 100%. I want them to stay in front of the Huns, but no.
Did you watch any of their game the other day?
I did not, mate. No.
Right,
I never even watched their game. If it was Sunday.
I saw at half time. I was like, I put on the wee chatting like, will I jinx it? Right, but honest to God, man, it's so fucking bad, Jerry, man, honestly.
Aye. I took the dogs a walk and the Hundo Swally Shallots across the road. When I was coming back, obviously the game had just finished. There was a couple of them trooping out and they was terrible. We won 1-0. It was an ex-Rangers man that scored, whoever it was. Who was it again? Holt? No, Holt.
Aye.
Was it Holt?
Aye.
And they were saying how terrible and how bad they are. But yet, on one of the chats I'm on, that the boys were growing about how good they were a couple of nights before against that Nice. And then it wasn't it you, was it you or Greg? I was telling Greg and then says, Nice had about 6 players out and blah, blah, blah. That's why they look so good. And that clown's growing about saying it was a performance for 4 months or something. That's been building for 4 months or in the making for 4 months, that performance against Nice. And then you see the 6 players missing and all the rest of it. You're thinking, holy stuff.
They're playing weekend. I mean, fair play to them. And they have dug out good results in Europe over the last few seasons. Do you know what I mean?
I know they have.
You're laughing at me saying about we could maybe get lucky and get to a Champions League semi-final or something like that. They got to a fucking Europa League final.
Aye, no, we're benefiting off their good performances in
Aye.
Europe, and their good results in Europe.
I mean, it's just, but it's bizarre how they can go for. I mean, any result, fair be no excuses about all the draft players and all this kind of part. Any result, 4-1 or 4-0 away in Europe's a decent result for anybody. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
But
Yep.
Going from what we've seen for them in the league, like domestically, to Europe, to the league, to Europe, I honestly can't. I don't know why they can do this. Be so like grind out results against good teams in Europe, and then just be absolute dog shit the next game against a team in Scotland that they should be beating.
Yep.
I mean, that's the guy. I mean, the ball. He's in borrowed time. Everybody in the world knows it. There's nothing he can do that's going to change the inevitability of him getting the bullet. It's all could just coming down to money.
Well, I hope he's still there for his for the final and then for the second.
Oh, he'll be there for the final, definitely. Whatever's going to happen after that, I don't know, because that new CEO's taking her. But I see that boy that we're all bragging about, the Lord Hunness, Staunchness, or whatever he was called. He's knocked back taking a chairman's job.
I don't know who this is, mate. Not.
Did some lord lined up a pure idiot clown that bought his
Looking.
peerage for under, just basically bunged Boris Johnson money to get a lordship in the House of Lords. They had him lined up to be the next chairman. I think he said no fancying it as much as you kind of think. Guys are, I mean, people are coming in and looking under the hood and they're like, oh no touching that.
100%, definitely. As the Bishop would say, they're toxic. Everything about them's toxic. So no wanting involved with it at all.
And
Plus,
it's
they're a shambles
bringing back
all
all the real Rangers men, bringing back the values of the club. They're doing what we moan about.
Yep.
We going about, how come do you know what I mean? Jobs for the boys and stuff like that. How come they're welcoming that? I just get them all in and that. Aye, come on, just have a big sing song about fuck the Pope. Fuck the Pope, exactly. IRA, that's us. That'll be us back top. We'll win the league this year.
That's it.
Where is weird like that? Where is weird like that? Why is Darren a day getting this job? Why is so-and-so? Why are we not scouring the globe for the best that we can get? Where is this scouring the globe for the most staunchness?
Aye, leave them to do what they do there.
Aye.
They're irrelevant, mate. As Henke would say, you wouldn't even worry about them.
This season, this honestly, see this season that just. But do you think we'll win the treble, big man?
I mean, you said at the start of the season, Jake will go the league. Jake will go invincible again, and I thought, it's a hard task. And then I think, who was it? We maybe drew or something the week after. No, I think
Aberdeen the 2 each. No,
aye, might have been, but no, I think will we do the treble? I don't know, mate. I think we might. I think maybe we'll do 3 out of the 4 cups we're left in. I think. What 3 it is, I don't know. I mean, aye, no, I think. Christ, I said we'd beat Dortmund and then we get hammered. I don't want to jinx us, mate. Aye, I'll just say aye. I do think we will. Think we will.
I'd agree with that. Unless, I mean, it's ours to lose.
100%.
Treble thing. I mean, the invincible thing. See, really, I mean, that's for me. It's not really that important. Do you know what I mean? The actual staying invincible in the league and stuff like that. As long as when it comes to the end, we've got the flag. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I still think that, and because I mean, even to that the other day, it's apart from that left. Well, the new we're all right because we have got the 2 of them there. The new, but the Celtic squad, the new Jerry is one of the most balanced and strong and well balanced squads I've known at Celtic in a long time. We have basically got two quality players in every position.
It's only downsides if we. I mean, we get Scales obviously back up for Defetti, for Vickers. I mean, I'm always waiting for him to get down. We've got Big Ida up front if the inevitable happens for Kyogo. And as I say, the midfield's as strong as it's ever been. And I can't remember in the last few years a stronger midfield bunch. I'm happy enough, mate. No, I think as long as we don't get decimated with injuries, we'll be fine.
That's probably the only thing that could kind of come back and bite us in the bum is maybe a wee bit of injury crisis. But it's just, for me, there's just every player, you wouldn't. And again, a lot of that's down to Rodgers because you put the trust into him, whether he play AJ or play like sort of Tony Ralston could cover this game, no bother, and no point of risking AJ. We've got a Champions League game and we're away to Aberdeen or whatever. Do you know, managing it. There's no panic for me what team Rodgers is going to pick.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They're confident in the ability of every single member of that squad. You know, it's a small squad, and Rodgers has always said that he wants a squad of like 25, 26 to work with.
Yep.
And that's what you need, that kind of wee squad, just with that, working together. Everybody knows they're going to get game time. Everybody's got a part to play. I think the strength and the balance in the squad across the board now is just like a hell of a lot better for even Rodgers' first time here.
Yep, 100%.
Because with a good first 11, 15, but then again, there was hangers. Do you know what I mean? You were pulling at players that should have been moved on and stuff like that. And he's cleared that a lot of the players that weren't going to get time out in the summer there, tightened the squad numbers up, and it just seems to be there's that kind of intensity that we're all working together, pulling the same way. What you're talking about earlier on with Big Schmeichel when you conceded that goal and stuff like that.
Yep. But see,
there's 5 or 6 players on that part that you can see doing that, but do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Pulling them into a group and saying, here, come on, get fucking dug in here and get out of this.
Aye, 100%. But see, when like for toxic Hatate and Engels go off, and then you're not thinking, oh, here we go, man. We've got nothing. You've got McCowan and you've got Bernardo coming on, and you're just expecting them to do just as good, if not better.
And offering different stuff. We're not just replacing like for like.
Exactly, 100%.
Replacing quality for quality, but they've got different aspects of their game that can change things for us.
Yep. So it's a good squad and a good times, and long may they continue. So we'll just keep going. But as I say, the treble, here's hoping, mate. I hope so. It
would be good to get out of this, their survival like we doing the treble and just blowing it right out the water, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would do a bit of class, but as I say, we beat them in this final. I mean, that's another Christmas ruined for them. Do you know what I mean? The 3 getting smashed to smithereens.
I don't know if it's true or just daft social media rumours and that, but there was word flying about earlier on the day that they've not even sorted their allocation yet.
Somebody said that to me, but I don't believe that.
I find that hard to believe. Do you know what I mean?
Even when you'll know better than me, but see, like back in the 90s, see we were turning up, but JFP was talking about in you could see that the games against them when the heyday when we were terrible, that turning up with some of the players that we had, you could see the fear in our eyes. I mean, it was always full house against them, wasn't it?
Aye, fuzz, I can remember, aye.
Aye. So, and I can't see them deserting their team against us. Maybe another against other team, but I think they'll always sell out their full allocation, because when else are going to get this thing their shite?
But this is it's like, see back when Celtic were going through all their stuff and that back in the early 90s and that.
Right.
Celtic had guys like Mark McGlone and that. I mean, you've got to mind, Jerry, this was all done before the internet.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? This was guys standing outside Celtic Park handing out leaflets and making their way into meetings in halls in Glasgow. Do you know what I mean? Lifts out. But there's no. They've not got that. You're not allowed to have that dissenting voice.
Good.
No,
Good.
aye, but why is it? I mean, is it how that? But for me, Jerry, that's thickness. That's absolutely complete thickness.
I blame the schools, mate.
You've got to blame something. Is it? I mean, no, but really, it's even going down to the fact that about when it was just like, oh, we're too big to go under red card to liquidation shit and that old days.
Mm-hmm.
But where is the guy? Where is the guys that are genuinely doing what the likes of Mark McGlone and that were doing and trying to, like, I mean, because other clubs have done it, smaller clubs have done it and mobilised to look after the club.
See,
You know what I mean? Hearts done it, and I know we hate them and that, but giving them their due, they stepped up to the plate.
Aye. See
Up and down the leagues, all these wee teams, the fans are fucking pitching in, doing all they can and that. And yet, if you start fucking trying to make change at Aberdeen, so you're not, that's no right. Just get shouted down and bullied out of doing anything different for being a fucking staunch idiot.
See, like Joe and who else was it? Did it do somebody else? Joe and somebody else, I can't remember. Kevin was going on. There's a second ballot today. Somebody put that in the Discord. There was a second ballot, and then I think there was a sale at 2:00 as well. Where did the extra tickets come from if the Hundos never sell out their full allocation? See what I mean?
Aye. See, I don't know how all that works.
Nah, either they are.
How there's a second ballot and all this kind of stuff.
See, I wasn't sure if it depends on see the ones that you selected for the first ballot, if they all don't take up their allocation.
Aye.
But I wasn't sure if that's how the second ballot worked. Because I
know George got me one.
Well, I got a ticket in the last ballot. But I think my sister's going to go. She comes back for her holidays that day for the 10 days.
Where's she flying for?
She's cutting it tight. Houston to Manchester, then she's coming up here. So she's hoping to be back here
I'll phone in a wee bomb scare down in Manchester.
She's hoping to be here for 11 o'clock so she can get there. But the worst, I was going to meet her. I was going to meet her at Hampden. I was going to meet her at Hampden and get a ticket because I can't watch these games. So.
Is it not just an electronic? You can just do that electronically, no?
No, I just need to get my ticket.
I'm waiting to hear. I entered the ballot for the pools agents and that, so I'm hoping to maybe pull one out of that.
Oh, you'll be laughing, man. You'll be in there the Green Brigade with Welshie and Jabba.
No, I don't even think they've all sorted their tickets out.
No.
I don't think so, no.
No.
I mean, what was it? They all paid to go, I can't mind, a couple of years back, they all paid hundreds of pounds to go to that hospitality thing. And just that pissed out. No, just that pissed. They turned up for the game and that was it.
I have been there. I mean, I remember I don't remember one of the last times I was drinking was at the Edward scored. I mean, I can't go to. I don't understand how you go to the games if it were man streaming. You don't get to remember or see it. I went to the cup final when Edward scored the penalty. That was all I can remember. Him scoring the pit. I can't remember nothing before it, the game or nothing. Just try to keep up with the young team. I get off the bus and the bus gets in early. Try to keep up with the young team. Went to the shop and try to show them who was the boss, and that was it. Good night, Vienna. I can't even remember getting the bus home or nothing. That was it. So, aye. Well seen, I don't drink anymore.
Aye.
Mm-hmm. But I was just reading some of the
Terry Cassidy.
Excuse me. No talk of the 90s.
I mean, people going about Peter Lil and that. Terry Cassidy. Oof. He was a nutcase, him.
The 90s were all right.
Pete McLean. Mind you, him and Fergus tried their Boys Against Bigotry campaign and stuff like that.
But what was that all about? That was wild, wasn't it?
Aye.
That was wild.
Evening Red Scotland. Nice to see you. But, mate, we've not been on for a few weeks. I've just had a couple of things going on behind the scenes in real life and that, so you've not really missed much. I think we've not been on for about a month, I think, mate, so thanks for joining us anyway, bud.
Aye, there's some disasters, but as I say, Fergus should have a statue put somewhere for him.
He's no wanting that.
No, I know, but I'll not forget it, the way he was booed, trying to raise that flag. It was a disgrace.
But right, that wasn't right, Jerry, but it's a bit, see a lot of the stuff with Ferguson that, it is kind of like rainbows and unicorns, looking back on everything a wee bit misguided. There was a lot of stuff that Fergus done that a lot of Celtic fans weren't happy with.
100%.
Jock Brown, even Jock Brown, you know what I mean? Bringing guys like that into the club and stuff like that.
And trading players. Reggie Blinker. Bringing him in for the Canio.
But even down to the kind of with the players, you sign players, see, if you sign, it's like what we do with Celtic now, do you know what I mean? If you sign a player and you tell them, blah, 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 if you get an offer for a team for you, we'll no stand in your way. If it suits us all, we'll no stand in your way. All your promises you need to, I mean, these days are all set in stone kind of hanging contracts now. But back in the days, you can see why players have maybe signed for Celtic and took the guys at face value, thinking, well, this is a big club like Celtic. They're all other than news, they knew they've been off two corners, they've been run brilliant in that. So you can see why players did get a bit pissed off for him.
Aye. Yep.
But I mean, for what he's done for the club, and maybe again, it's a case of maybe took like Peter Lille done. Maybe he took involved in stuff that he shouldn't have been taking involved in. But at the time, Celtic were maybe that much a mess, and because there was trust issues across stuff and who was
about to say that, man. He's put all that money in. Would you trust any of the?
Maybe that's why Fergus was involved in these kind of things that
100%.
normally that kind of guy wouldn't be.
Aye, as I say, it's moved on, and hindsight's a wonder.
I mean, you can go back through time and you can even pull up Martin O'Neill for mistakes he's made. You know what I mean? But but they're still there. But I do agree that when McCann dies, I think it should be kind of. I don't mean took out his horns as if fuck you, Fergus, I've got to put a statue up here or something. But just even a wee bunnet. See, like a wee bronze bunnet or something like that, just next. Aye, why not?
For the stadium.
I mean, I've said it before as well. See the Celtic way, see over the years. I mean, I don't know how much these statues cost and stuff like that, but every season Celtic should be unveiling some kind of new thing to do with our time. All along the time, do you know what I mean? Whether it's big fancy stuff like your Brother Wolf's statues or whatever to commemorate stuff, or even just a wee plaque stuff or some wee fancy. I mean, there's enough Celtic supporters can design all these things, you know what I mean? Some wee thing to represent 10 men winning the league.
Yep.
Things like that. Do you know what I mean? A wee memorial, some sort of to like Johnny Doyle and Phil O'Donnell. So things like that. Just that's for me. That's what should be like leading you up the Celtic way.
Aye, 100%.
Big statues, wee statues, but you need to stop. Maybe look at them. Oh, what's this all for? Do you get what I mean?
Aye, no, 100%.
Well, what's that? A wee bit of your history all the way up there and stuff like that.
Definitely, 100%. We'll wait to see. As I say, I think for tomorrow night, I think their bubbles burst. I think they'll still try and put up a performance, but I think their bubbles burst. I think their bubbles burst, and then who is it? We've got Hibs on Saturday, and then what's the fixtures we've got? Hibs on Saturday at home, and then is it straight to the final against them on the Sunday?
We've got Zagreb on Tuesday.
In between that, Tuesday, aye. So there's some massive games between now and the end of the month. A lot of football to play, and it'll determine where we are and how we're doing. I think we might win the league. What do you think?
There's a chance here. If they're saying Aberdeen's bubbles burst, so that's giving us a bit of a leg up in it.
Oh, I need
See how they do the more if we can maybe sneak a wee bit of a lead in the goal difference department.
I'm not
I
getting
mean,
to see it, man.
when you look at the kind of goals and that kind of thing at Celtic's, the goal difference is frightening.
Right, aye, exactly. It is that. But we're solid at the back, and we're some of the best football we've played in a long, long time. The football, don't get me wrong, there's been a couple of games there where I thought it took us a wee while to get going. But some of the football's been brilliant. And as I say, the difference of Joe Hart and Schmeichel and goals over Joe Hart's massive.
I can see us breaking records in that for points and goal stuff in that this season.
Aye.
See, just when you look at that the other now, it's like 13 games we've scored 36 goals.
Aye. Frightening.
And conceded 4.
Unreal, mate. Good. Long may it continue.
There's just and I've said this is what I want at Celtic today, Jerry. Just do what PSG done, Bayern Munich, do you know what I mean? Just be the biggest, not just the biggest fish in the small pond, be the massivest fish, blood and fucking rest of the wee scurvies out the water, do you know what I mean?
Aye, 100%, mate. You can only beat what's in front of you. And then...
the old firm law we need to keep. See for the money that's actually we get for winning the league and the money that the television deal and all that kind of things in.
Well, that's right.
Aye, who cares? Who cares whether Sky wants? Even if Sky done that here, sack him, we're not putting money into Scottish football. Celtic would be like that. Fine, fuck his bolt. We'll do our own stuff then, and plus we'll still be getting all the Champions League money and stuff like that.
I wish we would, but we wouldn't do that, I don't think. We would need to maybe another couple of very good seasons in Europe first before we do it. But I think we'd have done it before now. But the money's ridiculous. We've said it a few times, mate. The money we got offered's terrible.
And then these wee, who was it, Kilmarnock or St Johnson that have kind of backtracked on the...
Kilmarnock, aye.
The ticket allocation and all. The ticket allocation.
Mate, I just cannot, for the life of me, understand any of these. I mean, see that people turning on their TV to watch that game, and it's empty. The place is empty, and then you think, hold on, why are you letting? Understand that the fans, you're not going to upset your fans, but you need where economically, where does it make sense? You say, well, if we don't give them the 2 stands, then we're losing money because you guys are not turning up.
Mm-hmm. That's
You're
exactly
not turning up, and it's an embarrassment for a live game.
Aye, Sky's no happy. The sponsors that aren't happy. The club's no happy because we could be getting money out of that. You can't moan when we're finishing 9th in the league when you're not turning up to watch your team.
Exactly.
And we need to maximise the money that we get in.
Yep.
And that's just part and parcel of it. It's only 4 games a season. The 2 against us and the 2 against them.
Yep.
And it could be the difference between £3 million and the rid or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of way you need to look at it when you're a fan of these kind of smaller-ish teams and stuff. I mean, you look great. Fuck the old. I mean, they use the stuff. Fuck the old firm. Fuck the ugly sisters. We don't need them and all that. Well, you do need this. The fucking clubs coming out and telling you. You need to either need to turn up, or we need to sell the tickets to them.
They need us, mate. 100%. They need us. But I was just reading that Cameron Shannon. Did I read somewhere today that we can now televise a 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff?
Oh, I don't know.
Never heard of that. But hey, listen, we've got a treat to talk after the weekend. There was plenty of empty seats at Parkhead at the weekend there on Saturday. JFB had a full row behind him, didn't he?
But that's obviously, for me, guys that travel together, Jerry. So maybe
but I don't know. I mean, that's one thing that Huns have had for a couple of years now, is that ticket exchange. What is stopping us? I mean, I thought the pre-season there was a thing you're logging on your account. I thought that that was us bringing it out.
aye. A few people thought that.
And
Whether they were testing the water to see if people were interested or that, I don't know.
Of course, they would be interested.
But it's like, I mean, see like that. I mean, JFP said there was 8 seats in a row behind him, empty.
Yep.
Right, but obviously that's a group, right? For all we know, the guys are from Ireland, away up north or away down in the south of England, right? They've just been up for a Champions League game against Bruges, travelled away back wherever they're from, and then expected to have a day wherever they're from with their wife and wains and work, and then travel away back up again for another game.
Aye, no,
it's a lot of time and it's a fucking hell of a lot of money. I don't blame the guys. I don't even blame guys that wake up in the morning and say, fucking hell, man, it's freezing out there. I'm not going to that game today. That's up to them. But there's got to be some kind of system put in place that these seats are getting filled. There's got to be, because see, until a system like that comes into place, there's talk of stadium expansion. Just, I mean, imagine we done 80,000 stadium and with that game at the weekend.
Aye, no, I know. Be like for one stand.
Do you know, you've got to get the bums in the seats to know. And it's I don't know, it's just one of the stupidest things that I don't know why Celtic don't do it. I mean, it doesn't even, you don't need actually a couple of people to run the full system. It needs to just be done electronically.
Yep.
Ticket exchange, right? I'm not even doing to the fact you could be sitting in the pub, right, at 2:45 and say, fuck that, I'm not fucking going to that game today. I'm just going to sit in the pub. Put your ticket on for sale. There could be somebody sitting in the pub across from you saying, I'm looking for a ticket. Next one, yours pops up, boom, it's sale. You get 80% of the money and sell it, get 20% of the money. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. Deal's done and dusted. You've sold your ticket. A boy's bought the ticket and there's a bum on the seat.
Yep.
It's fucking not that hard to sort out, surely.
No. As I say, that it's worked well for them.
Evening, Kaiser. Nice to see you in, buddy. Thanks for coming in, mate.
I say, I've no been for. I've been to, I think, one game this season, and then just due to work, family, and
but your seat's all full.
I know there's always, as I say, if Greg's not there, then there's another young boy. He takes his laddie. He takes his wee boy. He goes. So again, the same thing's happening this Saturday. No, I'd always try and make sure somebody was there. As I say,
don't get us wrong. There is a lot of fans out there. I'm not giving anybody else my ticket and all this kind of part. And then,
there you go.
Do you know what I mean? I've got a ticket here, but £36 and shit like that. Oh, mate, they're either fucking getting nothing for the ticket and it's sitting in the house. Do you know what I mean? They're just getting to somebody that can't go afford it.
I used to see. I like getting my ticket somebody that isn't normally able to go.
Aye.
See if that's not going. I like getting it somebody that's not normally able to go.
Maybe not like he's bringing it up, right? But their jaw, right, on the Discord. Right, I can't mean to it was he get his laddie a ticket for a derby game. Mine, his wee laddie was fleeing about Glasgow looking for one. They had him one. Did they take a derby ticket? He could have went outside and sell that for £200. He gave that wee laddie for nothing. Do you know what I mean? Fair dues, TB went in and put a fucking bung of hint the bar for the lads, the boys at the supporters club and that. But that's the way it should be like. Just make sure that fucking you, if you're not going to game, try and at least get your ticket to somebody to get to the game. There's always 100%. People out there.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. 100%, mate.
And on our Discord and stuff like that, if you do own any tickets and stuff like that, other guys on that, they're no rip-off merchants or anything like that. We all kind of know each other to the extent that nobody would be like that with anybody. Do you know what I mean? If you ever get any tickets to get ready.
Good group. Well, Henke must be working tonight. He's not been on here. Hasn't he?
Has he no?
No, I don't think so.
No, he hasn't. In fact, no, you mention it.
No.
He might be working because he did like retweet the stuff on Twitter and stuff like that for us.
Aye, Missed his quick.
He's moaned for weeks. Where's the podcast? Where's the podcast? And then when the day one, he's not even here.
He's a good laugh. But aye, no, I totally agree with it. It's the only thing. I mean, it's embarrassing seeing so many empty seats. It's embarrassing, but I don't know how they would. There must be a way to work it because it works for the Huns, and they seem to get a full house out it. So it should be able to work for us. Right, Jake, we've spoke enough shite or what?
Aye. Let you go and get fucking your drugs antibiotics into you.
I know. I can't believe that.
We better win a lot.
That's not the first. Aye, ten a bonus, man. For
Know how I know this, by the way. What was it? Jack used to buy glucosamine or something like that for Yoda.
Glucosamine.
Aye. But then the vet told her that no, the human version that's different from the one you get for the dog.
See, I didn't know, mate. I just hear amoxicillin. See, I took it afore I got a bang in the ribs and I got a wee thing and I started an infection and I started taking it. There's that stuff that the dog got with it. Because I don't know, it's something.
Fucking Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert, you took your dogs.
Fucking mad. So you learn something new every day. Every day is a school day. So you should jump in that Discord. You'll find out something new. I thought the pet stuff would do the same job. So, right, Marco, it's been emotional and it's been good to be back.
Aye, definitely. Fair cheered me up, Jerry, bud. Thanks very much.
No bother. You take care, you and Jack, and I'll speak to you soon, all right? God bless
bother,
everyone.
Jerry.
Thanks for listening.
Right. Good night.
Best.
Good night, bud. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Right, thanks everybody for listening in. I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Just as I said there, it's good to be back. We'll try and get a pod sorted between Wednesday and when we're playing Saturday or Sunday. We'll try and get something sorted out anyway. But as I said, just had a few things going on in the background and that. But that's us back on. We'll start getting more pods up and running. Remember, hit the like button if you know how. Leave a comment, and please, if you do mind and you can afford anything, please get something to our Christmas appeal for the food bank. If you can't, it doesn't matter. We don't really care about what you gear, what you don't. But if you can, it's really appreciate it. Hail, lads. Good night. God bless.